Hello everyone, how y'all doing? Hope you're doing good. I'm not doing so good. I'm doing pretty tired. I need to go to sleep. The reason that I'm tired is a few different things. The main one being Inércia Demoparty that we just finished organizing 1 to 3 of December. Happening here in Almada. I was one of the organizers of it. Was not the main organizer this year. Genio was in charge of that, but I helped with a lot of the things, updating the website, contacting people to join the different seminars and the whole compo stuff, building up. I did a lot of things for the party. I'm very tired. A lot of us are very tired. A lot from the organizing team, but I think it was worth it. I think it was the party turned out pretty good. I think we had 80 visitors from 11 countries, which is a record, I believe, since last year. We got very good connections with the new location. Like, the new location owners were really good. I think they were impressed with our work. The city hall was also very interested in what we are doing, trying to understand a little bit more what it is that we are doing. They even showed up. So I think we're building some bridges. And I think the next Inércia for 2024 will be even better than what it was. I think we will be able to fill the hall even with more activity. I know for sure that we can do a few more things, more diversity. There's even some talk of some pre-party and post-party action as well, to respect the noise curfew that they have at the party hall, which was one of the things that stressed us a little bit. They had a curfew at around midnight or midnight and a half because of neighbors. We can go over, but then we would need to pay like 800 euros a night or something like that, which is a bit out of our budget. So we try to keep it within the usual working hours, and but that requires some adjusting in our time schedule, and then we were left without having time for the organizers to go eat, which is not very good, and no real buffer between the different events happening at the party, which was really bad. In terms of the party organizing itself, it was quite stressful. I think more stressful than last year, all things considered, for different reasons. The build-up didn't go as smoothly as we wanted. We had some delays on the building of the place itself because of the carpets that we had to roll out. Took longer than we were expecting. Pushing the network cable also took longer than we were expecting. I had to be doing Ethernet cables at the party place all morning on Thursday to get that working. I did like 4 or 5 of them overall, 3 of them on the first day, and still had to do a couple more the next day. So not as smooth as we would wish, and then we had some late things happening. Genio had to go back to Lisbon to catch a few things, including the projector. Then he had to double back to go get the t-shirts. A lot of traffic because it was the beginning of the holidays. So we ended up not having time. We were supposed to test like a proper test compo and test the whole chain of the audiovisual setup on a Thursday night. We ended up not being able to do so. Spent the last nights of the evening trying to debug why the hell the Focusrite were doing some crackles on the compo machine. Turns out it was bad drivers. The official drivers are bad. Drivers from years ago are still bad. There are some beta drivers which are good, but you need to Google about it, and we had to figure it out. So we spent some time figuring that out. So before we left on Thursday, we still hadn't tested the whole AV setup. And then when we came back on Friday morning, the streaming machine was giving us some issues. It was giving 1 long beep and 3 short beeps, which after I looked it up on the internet means that it couldn't find any VGA output, which is weird because we're having a graphics card with HDMI and DP output, but I assumed it's a generic error message and not specific. So the bottom line is I think it wasn't detecting the graphics card, which was weird because the graphics cards were properly plugged in. So Very stressful because it was my new machine, the machine that I'm recording now, and it's been working fine for a month and a half. So weird that now it suddenly wouldn't work. Maybe the graphics card got shifted during the travel to the party place, so we reset the graphics card, still not working, changed memories around, still not working, giving the same errors. We got the new machine from Genio to come by, exactly the same error. One long beep and 3 short beeps, a totally different machine. So what's up with that? Tried connecting to HDMI directly to the main board, still giving the same beeps, but I think it's because this chip doesn't have like HDMI output on the motherboard itself. Although it has the output for the HDMI, it doesn't actually use it. It's just there because it comes with a motherboard, but chip doesn't support it somehow. So yeah, a lot of taking machine out, putting machine back in, resetting graphics cards a lot of times. Then it suddenly worked, but then the screen would freeze after a while. It would only work sometimes. We tried on the different cable. We tried a different slot on the monitor, and then it started working when we put it on the HDMI 2 slot, because I had a monitor that had multiple slots. And then it stopped working again. It froze again. We rebooted it, and it gave a very loud beep on the monitor itself, which would not go away when we unplugged the HDMI. So it was not coming from the machine, and it was just weird. And we had like 1 hour going until the opening ceremony starts. We go down to pick up another monitor while everybody's coming in. The doors have already opened. People are trying to say hello, and we're busy trying to figure why the hell the streaming machine is suddenly not working. So a lot of stress with that. Then by some reason that I don't really remember anymore, Genio tried to put the power socket on another thing, the power supply on another thing, and we stopped having an error. We still got we didn't have an error with his machine, and then we switched back to mine, considering that might be the power supply or the power outlet, not the supply itself. My machine still gave the beep, so I was still weird. We tried resetting the graphics card, and we noticed that the power cables on the graphics card itself were not set from the last time we tried to reset it. So that was why. And then it suddenly was working, didn't crash for like half an hour. We were in time to do the opening ceremony without having tested anything of the audiovisual setup. We had some problems with the audio because we hadn't tested anything, hadn't had time to test anything. Then we had some problems with the matrix. The next event that happened right after the opening ceremony used the computer from the stage. We had placed an HD base T going all the way from the stage to the Reggie, which was working fine. But then suddenly for some of the computers it was not working fine. Why? We don't know. I think in hindsight now that it might have been on the matrix that we use, or maybe the Atom Mini even, when some connections are in 30 hertz, it turns everything into 30 hertz, or it tries to turn everything into 30 hertz. And if you have an incompatible frame rate like 59.9 or something like that, that can't be converted into 30 hertz, then it screws something up. We don't want it in 30 hertz to begin with, but we did have similar things. Also, I think when we were connecting the compo machine, we were testing, we had some problems with Matrix not recognizing it, and we were switching frame rates around, and in 30 hertz it was working, and in 60 hertz it wasn't working. We changed it to another input, and suddenly it was working. So something like that. Somewhere along the chain of the different switches and matrices that we have, something was screwing up with something. We didn't have time to test everything properly, so that's what we got. And then on top of that, we had a little bit of a lag, which we also noticed only on Saturday, I think, between the compo machine, not the compo machine, the machine that's handling what's going to the projector, and the projector itself. It had a little bit of a lag, I think about a second or something like that. We are still left unsure if it was the switches, the matrix, the HDBaseT, or the Atom Mini itself. It could be any of these 5 things. We had 2 switches. It can be any of these 5 things. We still have to do some extra tests and figure stuff out. But the previous year we didn't have that issue. And it was a pretty similar setup. We had less switches. Like we didn't have a main 1 to 4 outlet switches. So maybe it was that switch. We don't know. We have to retest some stuff. So yeah, very stressful. Quite a few other things that also happened throughout the days, but I think overall the main output was that it was stressful for us organizers, for me and Genio in particular. I think the info desk went pretty well, pretty smoothly. We didn't have to worry about it at all. I think Alien did a great job. Alien and Zero Shift did a great job with the info desk. It was a lot more complex than last year. They managed to handle that, everything. They were total troopers. So overall, I think we did a pretty good job. Things were pretty much on schedule most of the time. With the major delays that we had were probably on Sunday, which was fine. It was just Sunday morning. So I think it was pretty good. I think in terms of attendance, the few people that I managed to have time to talk with, they told me that they enjoyed the party and they are thinking of coming again next year. So I think it was a positive event overall. We need more people on the organization team again, and try to have more teams for things and have proper setups, like people to man the camera. We need like a table of who is manning the camera when, and we need more people to help with the stage, to have stage hands. We need fallbacks for the computer. We need fallbacks for the live stream. So if me or Genio needs to go do something, we always have one person that can take over the stuff. We were sort of planning for that. Like Anticore was supposed to be my shadow. Violet was supposed to be Genio's shadow to relieve us if we need something. But then party stuff happened. Anticore needed to work on his live set. Violet had to do infodesk duty and other stuff. And it ended up not translating to the original idea that we had. So either we need to do better onboarding, or get more people, or have a proper actual schedule for when people need to be where. Stuff like that. So yeah, but these are internal problems of the organization. I think everybody who organizes a party has these kind of issues, but I think it's really good what we got. We got a lot of positive reactions. We got an awesome party report written by Celso, completely recognizing the effort that we did. Well, I cried a little when I read it, and we'll definitely keep trying. And yeah, I think it went pretty well. It was very tiresome. I'm still recovering. I'm not recovered at all yet. Still have tons of stuff on the to-do list. This video is one of the things on the to-do list that I've been not being able to do on the last few days, despite already being home. My wife is also had scheduled to go abroad for like a whole week, so I'm stuck with the kid alone, taking care of him. So I have to put alarm clocks to get up on time to take him there, and alarm clocks to pick him up. And I haven't been able to sleep properly, and have enough of sleep time to be able to recover and do things properly. And then it's nighttime. I can't record videos during the night because I'll be making noise. It's complicated. Anyways, I think it went well from the feedback that we got. The releases were pretty good. The showcases were pretty good. The seminars where people also gave us some positive feedback on that as well. I just finished doing the feedback form for people to give us some more exact feedback, what they think went well, what we think could be improved. So yeah, we're going to do a party orga aftermath meeting sometime soon. And then start to plan 2024. We'll try to get dates as soon as possible. I had the agreement with the place as well. They were very open to hosting us again. City Hall will probably help us again to get us the place for free as part of the contract that they have with the location. The Spectrum community also was very welcoming. The Load ZX community, we're going to try to do an event with them as well in the future. So things for 2024 that we're going to do in Inércia. First, help to organize Love Bite, which will be in February. And while we're doing all the work to organize Love Bite, I need to start pre-planning all the stuff that we'll need to do for the Load ZX demo party that will happen in Cantagnet in April. So I have these two events to help organize. Then go to revision, obviously. Try to help out with revision as much as possible. After this, we should already have some sort of plan for when is Inércia exactly. I'm hoping that we have some dates already now in December 2023, so that in January we can start talking with the City Hall and try to figure out things that they can help us with. Not just the location, but also what hardware we can get. Maybe you can get an 8x8 matrix, or we can get a projector, something like that. That would make sense for us to stop borrowing and doing some hacky connections and renting, and would be part of the property. And then we have a more long-term plan of trying to give workshops to local communities, like local schools, trying to get them convinced to do something targeting Inércia Demoparty itself. So that's one of the ideas that we had, that we need to lay down as part of a plan to present to the City Hall to see if they can support us in some way. And then there's the more utopian dream of trying to find a location where we can do some sort of museum more permanently. The talks that we had with the City Hall so far about that, they said it would be probably very hard, because the City Hall there are a lot of associations looking for a location, and the City Hall hasn't been able to offer them anything, so they don't seem to have any locations that belong to the City Hall that can be reused easily. So not sure what we can do about that. We will have some more talks with the people with the connections that we have from City Hall, the previous ones that we had and the new ones that we have, and try to see if there's some sort of connection. They recommend that we try to do some sort of deal with another entity. Not sure if SFIA would be the best for that or not. We still have to decide and discuss and meet with them to see if it makes any sense. The alternatives would be try to find an abandoned warehouse or old city mall that is completely or semi-abandoned, and try to take over a few stores of it. See how much it would cost to rent, or how much it would cost to buy, and do maybe a Kickstarter of that, something like that, to try to do the original idea, to get a museum for the demo scene, explaining the different parts of what the demo scene is, trying to find a retro computing area there, have all sorts of different machines being able to demo, ready to demo there. Have a place also to be able to do workshops without having to be renting or talking, and have a place to just hang out, have a meetup every I want to say second week or something like that, or every month. A location that we can call our own and start building up upon, where we can stash all the hardware that we have lying around scattered throughout the different members of the association. Home for the association itself. So that's the dream project that we've been trying to go for, or that I've been pushing towards, and that the rest of the association seems to be interested in also achieving. But we do know that it's financially far away. It would be hard to do without any support. So yeah, wanted to give this video talking about the aftermath. I should probably talk about the events that happened at Inércia itself. So Seminars first, I gave a crash course on TIC 80. I think it went really well. Would have worked better as a workshop instead of a seminar. But I managed to convince 2-3 people to do a TIC 80 intro out of that. So mission accomplished, I think. What else did we have? We had a Rui Martins seminar, which was also pretty good. The retro corner was pretty cool as well. Rather small. We need to find more tables for next year. We have more people willing to bring their hardware. We had Filipe Pimenta, which has the retro archive project, where he has tons of machine at his place that wants to bring and show in operation, which we can most definitely do some sort of agreement to help. He needs help to bring them to the party place. We can definitely get someone to give him a ride to bring the material and take it back to his place and have a bigger retro corner at Inercia next year. I think it makes total sense. The badge was really cool to see happen as well. The badge that Afonso's did, everybody loved that as well. See it working in person was really cool. I have it here, so I'm going to show it. So this thing, Inércia, it looks like a floppy disk, but on the back side you can put some batteries on it, and it can play mods on it, and it has like a little lever for the audio, and you can do some hacks on it as well. I haven't even tried turning mine on yet, but I definitely will. Have a few extra ones that I need to ship as well as prizes. Haven't had time to take care of the prizes yet. Been doing a post-party page to list all the party reports and photos and stuff like that. Still ongoing, work in progress. Hopefully by the end of the week we'll be able to announce that publicly. What else happened at the party that was cool? We had the round table was pretty cool as well. We had quite a decent presence. 3 demo party organizers, Games by Manuel representing the game dev indie scene. We had Celso Martinho, which has been organizing tons of projects in the past, giving us some insight as well. João from the Load ZX Museum, and João Catarino from the local makerspace as well. All of them sharing their different views on how it's hard to nurture small communities even when they have a communitary interest behind them that everybody sees value on, but there's always a lack of support and hard to get people to go there and volunteer their time and help spread the word. And so yeah, it was very good roundtable. I think wish it was a little bit longer. We didn't have time to talk about all the things that we could have talked about. But we had a very tight schedule as well. I think the DJ sets also went pretty well. Willow and Lee Cube. The shader jams went pretty good as well. The main shader jam, we had some bugs during the live stream. Bonzomatic crashed and then it would stay lingering on the background, and I didn't realize it, so it was lagging everything. Once I realized that, give it a reboot, it was smooth sailing from there, but it took me a while to figure out what the hell was happening. But yeah, we had 24 people participating. We thought initially that was a world record, but it was not. I was confusing the numbers with some pending connections that I have for extra VJing stuff. So we had 24 people from all over the world participating, which was quite awesome. And then I reused those shaders on the DJ sets as well to do like visuals for the DJ sets. A lot of people were interested in how we were controlling the shaders when they were passing by the regie. They were asking us about that. Oh, so you're doing this, you're doing that. How does that work? I had to explain it a few times. And definitely we should probably communicate a bit better what it is that we are doing in terms of the shader royale. Was a bit rushed. Gino just introduced the people by name and that was it. I wanted to give a lengthier introduction, but the microphone wouldn't reach all the way to me. And I was busy doing some VJing stuff anyways. But yeah, a lot of small issues, but I think the event turned out pretty good. What else did we have? The Byte Jam was also pretty good, organized by Field Effects. Gino did an amazing live set just playing the piano. It was really cool. Gasman concert was really nice to enjoy as well. I want to live in the future, for sure. The future is where miracles come true. Trying to think what else happened. A lot of different things. If you want to rewatch all the stuff, the live stream is available. We streamed through SceneSet, which we streamed to YouTube and Twitch, so it's available on all of those platforms. SceneSet is probably the most complete version, and I added cue points there as well. At some point in time, we will get all the VODs from SceneSet, chop them up, and re-upload them to YouTube as individual things with proper description, proper thumbnail, blah blah blah, all that jazz. Yeah. What else? We need to do another Inercia. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you followed it. If you're new to my Patreon, this is what I've been doing on the last couple of weeks. Over a month, actually, on and off. We didn't have a party at all confirmed 2 months ago. The party location was confirmed pretty much 2 months ago. The whole website was built from scratch in under a week. I helped do all of the content for the website. It had to be done within the week. Testing all the compo stuff, helping organize, helping with the build up, helping with the teardown. So that's what I've been doing for the last 2, 3, 4 weeks of my life. If you think it was a worthy endeavor, if you think I should do more of that in the future, you could help me do that by supporting me so I can have free time to focus to these demoscene activities and outreach activities. Patreon.com/psenough, whatever you're willing to donate, €1, €2, €5, €10, €20 if you want to go crazy. Whatever you want to donate is more than welcome, would help me improve my hardware equipment to help with the setup here to record more content and give me some financial headroom to be able to attend these events without working full-time at a company. So yeah, please consider donating me something for the stuff that I've been doing. Other than that, see you next video. Bye bye everybody, have a great day.